Welcome back to another great episode of Comedians in Bed. And as always, I have another good guest here for you. I found him one day just scrolling on TikTok, and he has an original sound. So much to the point that he can have his own text tone, if you ask me, how original this guy is. Not only that, he's freaking hilarious.
Talk about
Not
it.
just me that thinks that, but the whole world thinks that. Let's give
Talk
it
about it.
for the very funny, the very talented, the man, the myth himself,
I'm a
Red
myth.
Jones, everybody.
I'm a myth. I didn't even know. They didn't know about me. They was just hearing.
What's going on with you, man?
Ain't shit. I ain't know I was supposed to be in bed. You should have let me know. I'd have been here with my robe on.
One question, man. Where you be sleeping at these days?
Where I be sleeping at?
Yeah.
In the crib. I'm in the house. I just bought a house.
Oh,
I just bought a house. So I've been spending a lot of time here.
yeah.
Just getting comfortable with spending a lot of extra money on a fucking house and trying to save money and not overspend like I usually do.
Yeah. No, I understand. Getting a house. Like, how old are you? You got a house?
I'm 34.
That's what's up, man. I'm gonna give you a
30.
round of applause for that.
Yeah, just did it. I was been supposed to do it. Like I was supposed to do it at 30, but
How did it feel getting that house? And my fault, I'm listening to you. I'm about to hook my phone up to the charger.
it felt amazing. It was something I needed for a long time. Like I had houses. I've been renting houses before, but
Yeah.
I needed something I could start painting on and start looking at life differently. And
Are you the first homeowner in your family?
no, my dad owned a house. But crazy part about old people in your life, they don't teach you how to like be financially smart. You know what I'm saying? They teach you how to live, how to survive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He told me to go get an apartment. I'm like, I got 2 kids. You want me in an apartment, my nigga? Like my kids 14 and 15. They are bigger than an apartment.
Yeah.
So
And this is in Philly too, man. I've been to Philly. I visited Philly last year. Talk about like growing up in Philly, man. What's that like? Because I think you guys kind of get like a bad rep for violence, but I mean, violence is everywhere. And the bigger the city, of course, it's gonna be more violent. So, what was it like growing up in Philly?
you just had to be smart. The smart niggas are still alive. This shit ain't about toughness. Like everybody tough in Philly, so you got to be smart. So everybody know how to rumble. Everybody know how to fight. Everybody know how to shoot now. So it's like you got to be smarter than the rest of them to even be able to make it to 30.
Yeah.
So that's it. And then you got to stay on your P's and Q's. You know, you got you might have to wait to get out the car. Let these young niggas, let them young people pass you. Let them go. Sit there for a minute. No, you don't got to get out right now. Cause if they rob you, and now they shoot you just to rob you. I didn't even know that. They want to make the job easier. 2 shots to make the job easier for them. So
Yeah, I be telling that to my girlfriend, man. Like she be moving like hella slow, getting out the car. I be like, listen, you got about 2 seconds to hurry up, or you gonna be out here by yourself. Because I don't know who out here, who got what. We need to hurry up and get it in the house.
yeah, that's some real shit. You can't listen. Women be lacking all the time. They don't got like a danger awareness because technically the criminals that we're scared of, they will date. All the ones that we're kind of terrified from, like you see you see a man that look a little sketchy. Whatever that man that look a little sketchy, she might fuck him. She might. You like, oh my god, we need to hurry up. She like, do we? Like I might have my protection right here. 444. Just hit on when I said protection. Just know that angel numbers. I believe in the angel numbers 444. So then we all got protection.
Yeah, nah, for real. They get they panties get wet when they see a thug. They be like, ooh, I like
Yeah, like it's different. So like in our mind, we trying to protect them, but in they mind, he might be a better fit for them.
it. I definitely understand, man. Nah, I get it. One thing that's happening right now in Philly, though, is the Eagles is killing. Now, the Phillies lost last night, but
Yeah.
y'all guys even made it there when y'all was like halfway through the season, being at 500. That's dope. Like Philly's on the map right now.
No, that's a fact.
And y'all soccer team won yesterday too. I was watching the game.
This nigga, I didn't even know we had a soccer team. That's the craziest part. I never knew we had a soccer team.
Yeah, man, y'all soccer team won the championship yesterday.
Crazy part, my niece is on the high school soccer team, and she won district champ last week.
Okay. Shout out.
And my daughter is the first off, I'm a full-time single father of the valedictorian and the president of Pastorius Mastery Middle School for the graduating class of 2022, and she is also the ball girl for the championship district soccer team.
Okay, shout out to God. Okay. All the pops too.
Yeah, I had to throw that out there. It's black excellence. It's not just hilariousness.
Yeah, man, y'all. What? So, like, growing up, like, are you automatically adopted into the Eagle family? Do your family abandon you if you're not an Eagles fan? What's that like being an Eagles fan in Philly?
It's an automatic debate because I'm not a fan. I'm not an Eagles fan.
Really?
Personally, I love to see them win. Well, I love to see them win championships.
Yeah.
Like otherwise, Eagles fans not even real Eagles fans. To be honest with you, like these niggas lose 2 games, they gonna be like, fuck the Eagles. Like, God damn, we was just riding. So I ain't even an Eagles fan. I pick my teams off the game, like whoever I played with best on the game. That's how I pick my teams. I played with the Buccaneers and the Vikings.
Not the Vikings. Wow.
Yeah, they had Randy Moss. Fuck is you talking about? I was unstoppable. What? In Madden? What?
So you still playing Madden 98?
I never graduated to 2020. I never graduated. But I will fuck you up in 98.
Y'all some violent fans out there, man. Y'all ran Ben Simmons out the city, man. He didn't even his mental wasn't right.
He was pussy. Ben pussy. Ben pussy. That's not our fault. He pussy. Like he got a pussy mindset. Yeah. So it's not our fault. He technically should have been the best player that Philadelphia has ever seen.
Yeah.
So
I seen old clips on him on Twitter when he used to ball out, and I was like, dang, I forgot Ben used to be like this.
Oh, he was a even that first 2 seasons, even the season he got booed, he didn't play bad. He just didn't play hard enough.
Yeah.
And then when he got booed, they stopped playing. I'm like, all right, now you super pussy. We don't got nothing for that.
Yeah.
No, he don't belong on a basketball team. He needs to be somewhere else. He need to be like a model or something. Like he needs to transfer careers. Like that's okay. Like you don't got just because you was over 6 foot don't mean you gotta play ball. You know what I'm saying? You could go home. You can sit down. It's all right.
I wish I was over 6 foot because nowadays these dudes don't gotta do nothing. They just gotta be athletic. That's pretty much it. Be able to jump and dribble. That's it. They ain't even gotta shoot.
Word. So like
millions, hundreds of millions.
Millions and millions. Like that. Listen, you do one NBA season, talk about 500,000 a year. Fuck. I take that. I take the least amount on the team.
Player minimum, yeah, that's me. That's veteran right there.
And then you want to be technical. They only gotta play 82 games. That's 82 work days.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that is true. Man, I love Philly, man. My time out there, I had a good time, man. Talk about how did you get into comedy? You were originally funny. Was it somebody that told you in the family to be funny, or was it like a dare to go up on
stage? My family don't even think I'm funny.
Yeah.
These niggas think I'm annoying. But Shit, I've been doing comedy for fucking 12 years.
Yeah.
Fucking I always knew I was funny, regardless of what them niggas said. Like I always knew I was funny. So, but I was never gonna get into comedy because I was a person who loved money, and I was smarter than that at the time. Like I'm like I love money, and I know comedians don't make that much money. Like you only knew about 6 comedians back then. Like
Yeah.
it was like 6 of them out. So I knew the rest of the comedians didn't make enough money that I was never going to try it. And then I was like, fuck it. No, I started making crazy ass posts on Facebook. I made crazy posts on Facebook. Somebody was like, yo, go make a video about this. Then I started doing videos on YouTube. This is way before all this shit. I started doing videos on YouTube. Niggas was like, yo, go do it on stage. I went on stage and I love that shit.
Yeah.
Did an open mic, Ravens Lounge. Went to Ravens Lounge every Thursday. Every Thursday I went with new material. And then I was killing every Thursday until like the 3rd, 4th week. And then I just bombed. And I'm like, everybody else was using the same material. I'm like, these niggas ass. They keep using the same material. Whole time, their material was getting better. And I'm just keep bringing up new shit.
Yeah.
So like every time they would get better every week. And I would just come with something new. And technically my laughs would go down.
I used to do that starting out too. I used to write like a new set every week, and then I realized that people kept telling the same jokes. I'm like, why are they doing that? And then I realized why they were doing that, to make the joke better.
Yeah, better. Like because technically, in our mind, we thinking about for the people that's in a room, but this is way beyond these people. It's way beyond our TikTok. It's somebody that's gonna see us and the joke that we do, and it's gonna be like, yo, I want that in my movie, or I want that on my TV screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why we do it, to make that joke so good that somebody be like, you know what? That's a whole movie.
Right.
Out of one joke.
Right. Nah. What you said you bombed. What's your worst bombing story?
Worst bombing story. That's a crazy thought process. Worst bombing story. All right. Got it. They had some shit called Philly Apollo. I should have knew better. This shit was held at the Community College of Philadelphia. Malcolm Hill was hosting it. He an old head from Philly. So this is the first time I meet Malcolm. I already done seen his name everywhere because I've been looking up comedy and his name been on everything. So I kind of wanted to meet him. So I'm all excited. I'm like, yo, Malk, I'm Ken Jones. I'm the comedian. He like, you the comedian? You want to do this? He know better. He like, you want to do this? I'm like, yeah, I'm excited. He like, tell me your first joke. I told him my first joke. He like, you should change that. He said, you should change that. Don't go out there and tell him that. But I go out there. I'm like, what's up, everybody? They're like, oh. I'm like, this side make some noise. They're like, oh. I said, this side make some noise. They said, boo. Boo, get this nigga out of here. So that was, but in the midst of that, I seen a girl on the way home. She was at the show. I caught the train. Down there. I seen a girl on the way home, and she wound up giving me some because she wanted to hear the jokes, and she didn't get to hear the jokes.
Yeah.
So it was a loss, but it was a win at the same time. So it gave me more inspiration to tell more jokes. Cause I'm like, at least at minimum, I get some, the draws.
Some petty pussy.
Yeah. At minimum. Man, I think I'm programmed into that now. Because when I do bad on stage, all I want is some head. Like if I do that, like please, I don't even want you to talk to me. I just want you to do that and look me in my eye, girl. That's you seen what happened on stage. You seen them almost throw me off that bitch.
So you up there afterwards, you like, I want you to make me feel good. Like, how
Just make me feel good.
Oh man, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. One of the things I love about you, like when I see your TikTok, like I use one of your sounds and I didn't even like know it was you, and then you commented, and I was like, oh, this is a real life person. You know, you just be you don't be thinking, and
What?
like, bro, I have never seen you like not smile, bro. You have like an infectious smile. Like, where does all this like joy come from?
I don't know. I'm technically a happy person. You know, you life be life, and so it take a little bit of smile away sometimes. But I was always a happy person, and I've always smiled like this, and I've always like technically I find I handle all my pain through laughter. So even if I'm nervous or I'm sad or I'm mad, you still gonna see the same smile. Like this smile might be the smile you see before I slap the shit out of you. So like it can go either way. Like, but you just know.
Yeah. Are you smiling while you whip your kids?
Sometimes I try not to smile while I whip them. Well, I try not to beat them no more because I used to beat the shit out of them back in the day. But that was way before we had laws and rules and regulations. They 13 and 14 now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. Do you have both? Do you have a daughter? You have a daughter and a son? You just got two daughters.
I got a son and a daughter. My son 15. He trying to be a rapper, and my daughter 14. She want to be a poet.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, so it sounds like writing is in y'all's family.
Yeah, technically not because I hate writing. I don't write none of this shit down. I need. That's why I'm so. That's why I ain't make it yet. I need to write more shit down. This is the reason I ain't make it. Hey, don't be like me. Write your shit down. Come on.
I heard you say. I think one day you was on TikTok. You was live, and you were saying, I don't remember the first half, or either I didn't catch the first half. You was like, I should have been made it by now, but I don't know what the reason why as to why you didn't.
Yeah, it's the reasons why I ain't make it. Well, this parenting thing is a real life thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because technically I would have moved to New York already.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'm really full time for my daughter. So I could have took my daughter, but I would have left my son. And I think his mind is so precious right now and so impressionable. I need to be in the surrounding area at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
You go far away from your son, he feel abandoned. Next thing you know, this nigga making all kinds of decisions. You got to come back visit this nigga in jail. Like, hey man, what's your doc number? Come on, I ain't got time to be learning doc numbers 0087434445777. Tell him I love you. Come on, this is bullshit. So, that in my lack of just fucking writing and taking the time, just taking the time. Sometimes you gotta sit down and take the time. I've been running so fast my whole career. Like, let me go do this show, let me go do this, let me go do this, let me go do this. And I'm over here doing the jokes. I got a million jokes that go together. I didn't even position them properly. So now they're not even a set. It's just, and I know I got them. I'm like, I got an hour worth of material, and I could just talk. So, but it's just about putting this shit together, taking the time, putting everything together properly. I was supposed to make a movie 3 years ago. I didn't. Now I got to make a movie. So there's a couple movies I need to make. So once I make my movie, that's going to be another step to my legacy / fame. Then getting with the right people. You gotta hang out with the right people. Hang out with the people that's moving forward versus the people that's gonna be stagnant. You know what I'm saying? Not to say you can't hang out with them too. You know, you give them advice to come hang out with you with the right people. You don't go down there and hang out with them.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm saying you figure out a way they can come up. If they can, they can. If they can't, they can't. Don't you can't bring everybody with you. That was another problem of mine. I focused on a lot of other people versus just myself. Like I was doing, I had a, I was in a couple comic groups. I ran one, and I was adopting in one, and focusing on the groups versus myself takes away from me when niggas don't even want the group.
Right.
That you be focused on the group, and then niggas like, they really just want to do their own thing. It's like, all right, well, I should have been focused on me because I didn't share my following with y'all. Y'all don't even want to. Y'all don't even bring nobody to the table. Y'all don't come. Then y'all just perform. It's nothing wrong with that, but that's not what we agreed to.
Right.
Like we agreed, like if I agreed just to pay you to perform, then that's one thing. But we kind of agreed to build this shit. Y'all ain't do no building.
Yeah.
So, part of the game though.
I never realized how close Philly was to New York. How often are you guys like going down there to hit mics in New York? Or are you just staying in Philly to hit mics? Because Philly, I didn't even realize Philly is a comedy city as well.
Yeah. So technically, I need to hit them more often, and that's another reason why I haven't made it because I don't go up there because that. But it's a lot of free work of New York. New York is a different place, so it's a lot of free work, and then when you start getting paid, it's $50 to $100, and after you take that trip up to New York and back, and you eat, that's $50 to $100.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if that, like if not more, because you done had to park somewhere or you done had to do something else. So it's no real money in that New York trip, but you got to do it because that's how you get famous.
Yeah. Yeah.
New York and LA, that's how you get seen by somebody else that might want to put you into something by doing them comedy clubs that pay $50 to $100.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It was one thing. Oh no, hold on. It was one thing you said. There's one thing I was about to say, but I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. Usually, I forget something during the interview, and it's because I'm high. But I'm not high today, so it's really tripping me out. But
what?
okay, I know what it was. My first introduction to Philly was a TV show on A&E, and it was called Parking Wars, and it was about Philly and how you cannot park in certain places or you'll get towed. Like, have your car ever got towed? Because it's hard. It looks like it's hard to
Yes.
park in Philly.
Yes.
It looks like it's even harder to get your car out of there.
Yes. That's a bitch. Listen, I don't play them games no more. After 3 tickets, they got the ability to tow you. They give you 3 tickets. So if you keep your shit under 3, then you're good. But after 3 tickets, they'll tow you, and then the taxes and fees, every ticket that you ever had on that license plate or in your name ever, it could have been, you could have had 5 cars and you got tickets on all 5 cars, and they're gonna make you pay all them joints just to get this back. So that's a bad situation.
Yeah.
And everybody in Philly went through it. Niggas will leave their car after 3 days. After 3 days, it'd be like $1,000, and it's like, if I won't get this car, I'll pay my rent.
Yeah. Actually, when that happened, it made me start looking at the parking signs down here in Columbus. They starting to try to like make you pay everywhere downtown and stuff, but it used to not be that way. But they saw it as a way to like, get money and whatnot. So, but all right, man, let's talk about your TikTok, man. You blow. I actually looked at your IG too. You be blowing up on IG. Like, how did that happen? Was it like organically? Was it planned? Was it strategized? How did you grow that following on TikTok? And also are you? We don't even know how much if you are, but like, are you monetizing through these social medias as well?
Well, I monetize my social media. I do monetize when they let me, because sometimes they don't let me. They be fucking up my shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So when they let me, I do monetize. But Here's the God damn, what question you just asked me? I had to open the door.
About your TikTok. Like, how did you grow your following on TikTok?
Oh, how I grew my following on TikTok. First off, I popped on Instagram first, and then my kids told me to get on TikTok, and I really only got on TikTok because my kids. My daughter had a TikTok, and I just really wanted to watch her.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the midst of that, they was teaching me how to actually make videos on here, because I didn't know. And after they taught me, I was doing them on another page. That shit started to blow up. It started to blow up on that TikTok, but I got banned real fast. Like I'm at like 30,000 on that other page, 20,000, but I got banned so fast. So I was like, fuck it. And then when you shadow ban, you only go they only give you like 100 views, 10 likes, and mind you, I was just getting thousands and thousands. So I'm like, oh, they on some bullshit now. After that, I was like, fuck it, and then I made another one. I made Ken Jones videos because my name is Ken Jones Comedy. Everywhere else in the world is Ken Jones Comedy. But since they banned me on TikTok, on the first page, I had to make Ken Jones videos, and then this took off. So I'm like, fuck it. It don't matter what page I'm on. I'm that nigga. I'm gonna be hilarious. I'm gonna blow up. So I'm just gotta take my time.
Yeah. Now there's a. I feel like every artist, no matter what your art is, they have like some type of signature, right? Like, you may hear a rapper, do a little chant or whatever, or a singer might sing a certain run every time they sing or whatever. But you have like this unique sound that you make. Like, where the freak did that come from? Because it is funny, but like, where did it come from?
That
Yeah.
well, I naturally do it. I just don't do it in such a hard tone. Like it's like the laugh. Like I naturally got that laugh, but I know how to exaggerate it too. So then make it give me more from the laugh. But like I naturally do it. I'm like, or I just like after I like settle down from my thought, I'll just do it. And I did it in a video, and somebody was like, "Oh, that's hilarious! Do it again." So I did it again, and I'm like, "Fuck it, let me do it more." So I did it as much as possible. Then people was like, "Oh, it's annoying now," so I tried to do a little bit less. So, I was just figuring out where to place it.
Yeah. No, it's really go. I like it a lot. I think that's When I forget what video of yours I made over, but then when I looked on your page and I seen you do it, I was like, oh, this is funny. This is hilarious. Like that, I don't know if you do merch, but that could be your merch. Just on the t-shirt.
I do merch.
Okay.
My merch will say, we focus on getting your stress away. That's my thing. We try to take stress away around here. Every day y'all laugh, y'all stress away with me. But other people take other cautions. You either smoke your stress away, eat her stress away, suck my stress away, eat my stress away, or pray my stress away.
Yeah.
And I believe you're supposed to do all those things in the same night. You know what I'm talking
about? In what order?
Prayers last. Just know that. Prayers last.
Man, what's one stage that like when you hit it, you'll feel like you made it?
They got to be like the Wachovia Center or some shit like that. It got to be something crazy like that. Like that'd be I made it type shit.
Yeah.
It got to be one of the biggest two stages in Philly. Yeah. Like we got a couple big ass places in Philly, but then it's to the point where everybody doing it. So I don't even feel like once I do it, I don't even feel like I made it. I'm like
Yeah.
Cause especially since I'm the last nigga to do it. I'm the last one. I'm the last of the Mohicans to try to get onto this.
Yeah. So, how do you network out there with comedians in Philly. Like networking is very important, and you guys got some heavy hitters out there. When I was out there, I went to the comedy club and I seen Teray. I don't even know he was from Philly. Um,
Oh,
but like,
that's right.
how do you network out there when you do have the big name people that's actually in your city? Like you, sometimes you don't really have to go anywhere.
You network the same in every single city. Um, you go to the show. You go to the show and you my name is. Listen, I'm telling you, that's and it sounds crazy or it sounds simple, but that's it. Go to the show. My name is whoever you've been watching, whoever you want to introduce yourself, go to the show. My name is what's going on? I've been watching you. I like your style. What's what's next going on in the city? What you got next? Where
Yeah,
next shows you on? Oh, you going to Connecticut? What's out Connecticut? I didn't even know they had stuff out Connecticut. Oh, when you going out there? You think I could? Can I ride with you? If I can't ride with you, it's cool. You think you could try to get me a guest spot? If you can't try to get me a guest spot, it's cool. Can you introduce me to the promoter?
yeah, yeah.
And you do that with as many comedians, and they'll show you as many promoters as they can possibly can. You know what I'm saying? Or you can wait till it come to you. And technically, if you hilarious, it's gonna come to you faster. But everybody don't start off on the same motion. So if you want to get to that point faster, you got to go say hi, my name is.
Yeah, yeah. Slim Shady.
Facts.
um, how do you? I have one. So how do you? Your kids are a little older, but how do you like still be an active father and still chase your dreams at the same time? Because that's not easy.
Um, how do I? Yeah, it's hard, but who else gonna take care of the kids? Like you can't not be an active father. You can't not be a father. So it's like, who else gonna do it? It's either you gonna send way more money or you're gonna spend way more time. And it's one or the other. That's just what it is. So I'm gonna do whatever my kids ask me to do, and if that interferes with me going outside for the night, then I can't go outside for the night.
Yeah.
But if I got money planned, I'm gonna set that up in advance.
Mhm.
Um, Me personally, technically, my kids could sometimes stay in the house by themselves because they are a little older now. But that's now. Beforehand, it would just be making sure they had a sitter on the days when I had money planned
Mhm.
for sure. And um, I would do shit like just leave the house as I put them to sleep. Fuck it, let Jesus watch them. Who's better than my Lord? You know, like let the Lord take care of them.
That's funny, man. That's funny. Yeah,
So,
man. Do your kids like so since they are a little older and they are on social media, do they like brag like this my dad or they get like annoyed like this my dad make another TikTok you think he
probably both.
funny?
Probably both. It's like depends on the day.
Yeah.
It depends on the day. Like my daughter, she brag about me a lot, but my son probably my son want me to make it. So here's the thing: they want me to make it
Yeah, yeah.
because they really want the fruits and the benefits of all of me making it. But I don't think my son really care what I be talking about.
Yeah. Since your kids are more older and can comprehend the things that you talk about, do you try to watch the things you say on there? Or is it like, nah?
Um, I ain't gonna lie, I'd have been way more crazy if my kids wasn't on here. It's way more things I would have done. Um, I pretty much say whatever I want because technically I pretty much said whatever I want since they was a fucking two.
Mhm.
Technically, I was a young parent, and my kids heard everything, every single thing. Actually, my son told me the other day, and this made me laugh. He's like, "Yeah." You remember all them times you told us to go to bed so we didn't have to hear y'all argue? Yeah, we heard all that shit. He said everything you didn't want us to hear, we heard it. He said the walls was thin and we couldn't go straight to sleep. You know.
That's funny, man. Do you make jokes about your kids? I've never like so I make jokes about like my parents and stuff like that. But I do sometimes hear comedians make jokes about their kids, and I be wondering how their kids feel about it.
I do make jokes about my kids, and my son hated it at one point. He really hated it. He really hated it. So I stopped for a little bit, but I'm back. Nah, but he older now. He more understanding now.
Yeah,
He's not as sensitive.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I think that's important. So so go back to the TikTok. When you monetize off of there, did they approach you, or is that like a different level of access? Like, how do you manage the
you just gotta
monetization?
go into your settings.
Yeah.
That's it. You go into your settings. It's after like 10,000. I don't know how many followers you got or something like that.
Hmm.
It's after like 10,000. And you gotta like complete a certain amount of whatever they wanted you to complete. Um, so, but you just go into your settings and change the shit around, and then they don't get no money though. TikTok don't get no money.
So
That's
you're off from IG?
um, IG will pay you like IG be paying me like $100, $140 every month.
Hmm.
So TikTok TikTok gave me like $43 one time. Mind you, my videos go way further on TikTok than they do on IG.
Yeah.
So
Do you find that people like find you on TikTok or IG and that brings them to your shows? And if so, like how do you position yourself to use that social media to get fans and to bring them to your shows to support and see you do stand up live?
it's not electric yet. It's not like push a button yet. So if I do the shit, yeah, I could get the people off of the internet to my shows, but now you got to actually talk to them. I got to be a human. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I got to desensitize myself and humanize myself and put myself in their shoes and talk to them. So that's the only way I'm gonna get the people right now. Um, I guess eventually it'll become electric. I hope so. Hope it does. But right now I gotta talk to everybody. Like it's a couple people that just, oh my god, I want to see you. But then once the flyer go up and like it don't reach enough people. It's
Yeah.
not touching enough. So I still gotta be like, hey, here go the flyer. Y'all want to come? Hey, the show's on Monday. The show's on whatever. So
I think people don't realize how much of it's not just about the jokes. It is about promoting yourself and putting yourself out there. When you put yourself out there like that, even when you're on stage, like do you feel comfortable doing that, or do you feel uncomfortable doing that? And if you do feel uncomfortable doing that, how did you gain that comfortability?
um, at this point, I no longer give a fuck about the about comfortability. I'm here for a couple of dollars, so I'm trying to get this money out. So at the end of the day, you got to promote everything you got.
Hmm.
You're supposed to promote every day. I'll be a little lazy now because I used to promote way harder, but I also didn't have as much things going on in my personal life. So just dealing with that shit. Sometimes I just be trying to get the material out there. Hey, can you bring me my charger? Sometimes, sometimes I'll just be trying to get the material out there just so y'all can see it. I'll actually like I don't have enough time for this shit.
Right.
So what I do is I make my videos and I post them and then go do whatever I was supposed to be doing that I've been procrastinating on in my regular life. So I'll just hurry up and post them and then I come back to it and see what it did. And then sometimes they go off and sometimes they don't do nothing.
Right. Sometimes I find that like if I post a video, it may not pop right away, but then like in a week or two, it may like take off for whatever odd reason.
No, that's a fact.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes, sometimes if I see a video going back and doing well in a week, I go back and comment on everybody's comment that they put.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if I had 40 comments, now I got 80.
Yeah.
Instant, instant 80 comments. Now they put it back in rotation and get them views back up again.
Oh, that's a trick you use. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's stuff.
So if I see people gravitating towards one video, that's the video I focus on, and then I'll try to comment on all the comments. Like sometimes if you see 300 comments, it probably was only 150, but I doubled back and dropped in on them. So
Yeah.
and then next thing you know, they'll comment back. So now it's like now you got 3 comments on there just from the one person.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's smart. That's smart. But you did touch about it a little bit. You don't have to go too much in detail. We don't need to know all your business. How do you like? Okay, we got life, we got comedy, we got social media, we got parenting. How do you find the time for all of that? Because I feel like, when we do comedy,
How
we
to how to find the time? I'm late. I'm late for all that shit. Uh, that's it. I'm late.
yeah,
I'm be late to pick my daughter up. I'll be late. I'll be late to work. I'll be late. I'll be late to post the video. I'll be late. So and balance is key, and trying to balance this shit more and more and more. And that's all you can do is figure out, maybe situate some time aside if you want to. Like, we situate this time right now for us to do this. So this the day you do this. Maybe on Tuesdays you take 2 hours, make 14 videos.
so
Take,
you make all your videos like at one time, like, and you just
I
okay.
might do like I really might do like 4 or 5 in one sitting sometimes.
Mhm.
So I don't know if you ever see me. I'll be having the same outfit on a lot because I made that shit all at the same time.
Yeah, no, I do it too. Yeah, I'm like, well, we gonna do it today because I don't got
Yeah,
time.
because this when I'm making it, so I might as well sit and get
Yeah,
it in.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, who is like on your comedy Mount Rushmore?
Mm,
Because you
Mount
right there,
Rushmore.
you right there next to Philly. I mean, you right there next to NYC, and you from Philly. Like, it's a tough
My
look.
county Mount Rushmore. Um, it'd be uh Martin, Cat, Martin, Cat. Um, I guess I would have to put Cat because the amount of money that nigga made, Jesus, God damn, he is numbers call it,
Yeah,
numbers call it every day. Kev and I'm going with talent. Talent. I don't know if y'all know talent, but talent is the number one comedian in the world. It's not a funnier nigga in the world than
yeah.
that man. There's
I love, I love that dude, man. I used to watch him all the time on Comic View. How did you become a fan?
um hanging out with the nigga. Just going out. Just you gotta watch him in person, like, because technically my favorite was Two Ray, but when
Mhm.
you go watch talent, it's like not to say Two Ray still my number one in Philly. Two Ray is the number one funniest nigga in Philly. Kev Kev can't touch him on stage besides fame wise. Fame wise, you're gonna get excited. But if they was to go set for set for set for set for set for set, but talent over everybody. That nigga. I seen him make it shoveling snow funny. I said, how the fuck this nigga do that? Shoveling snow? The nigga I said, what? That shit was hilarious. If I would have did that shit, they would have looked at me stupid.
Yeah. So, when you around people like that, what kind of nuggets do you find, or like advice that you find, and just being in that company in general? How does that make you feel?
Um, you find all the advice. I find everything. anything. It depends on what you're paying attention to too, because
Nigga, you got a text. Yeah, I think we lost him for a little bit there. And that's fine. That's totally fine. That's totally cool. Stuff like that happens. There we go.
hello.
Yeah, you good.
Shit messed up. God damn, what the fuck was I saying? Oh, it depends on how much paying attention you're doing, because I don't necessarily need people to say things for me to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't need nobody to come. Hey, can
Oh no, we dropped him out completely. Hey man, thanks for tuning in. As you can see, we having some technical difficulties. Nothing wrong with that. It's totally fine. There we go.
I keep fucking it up?
No, you.
Hey, can you bring my charger? She don't listen. God damn, what the fuck was I saying? Oh, I don't need nobody to necessarily say nothing. I be watching them and how they take over and how they do things.
Mm-hmm.
Like most people don't know a lot of talent shows that he's on that he self-produced. Thank you. A lot of people don't know that he self-produced a lot of his stuff. Mm-hmm. So what that means is that's all his following. Mm-hmm. That is really his following, and they love him. So it's kind of hard to get him to do shows for a certain amount of money, because he could go put together his own show and make way more than what you were gonna pay. Because now he's the producer of it, and he's a hilarious ass nigga on the show. So he double dipped.
Yeah. How important is it to self-produce and make your own shows? Because sometimes that may be the only opportunity that you get. You know.
It's very important to be able to always have your own following and make sure promoters can't truly take advantage of you. Let's say you don't self-produce and people want to see you. So now you got 40, 50 people coming to a show that you only got paid $300-400 for. 40, 50 people, four tickets is $100. I'm saying, so do the numbers. He out here murdering on you, and you out here getting chump change. Yeah. So ain't no point to do that. You can make 1,000 yourself sometimes, or put into a ticket deal with your situation. You put a ticket deal in your situation. Next thing you know, you got your pay and a percentage of the ticket.
Yeah.
So you get that percentage of the ticket. So if you sell $40, $50 at $5, $10 a ticket on top of what you was already getting, now life is more operational versus having to be just an employee. You can make yourself your own boss.
Yeah. One thing that I saw when I was out there, I didn't go to it, but I saw that, I don't know if he puts it together himself, but Ray, like, I believe he still does it, like every Sunday is like a brunch and a comedy show at the same time.
It's once a month.
Once a month, okay.
It's once a month, but he was doing, I think at one point he was doing it twice a month, but now you go back to once a month. I think in the summer you do it twice. But yeah, he does that. It's a great show, great fucking show. Yeah. He is.
I didn't even think to put like those two things together, and then like after COVID, everybody was doing everything, doing rooftop shows, garage
that shit.
shows. Like it makes you. It kind of gives you another opportunity to showcase your talent in another way, to show people, hey, I can make a show from anywhere.
No, that's a fact. To be honest, I definitely am part of Black history because I was the only person with a show. I was the first person with a show in the pandemic. In the world, I believe. I don't believe there was another person in the world who started a show before me. The pandemic shut down. 2 weeks later, we started our show back up. I said, "Fuck this! I can't do this." And then we did it every week. We did it in a boxing gym. So it was called Ridiculously Funny. I love them niggas. You know what I'm saying? We did that shit every week. It got to the point I started getting other hosts. I'm like, all right, let me have these two hosts hosted this week, this two hosts hosted this week, and then we just changed it up, you know.
Yeah, yeah. So you mentioned it a little bit, but like, what other avenues do you want to express your talents? Like acting, directing, writing for a TV show?
Acting. Hold on. Give me a minute. Hold on.
You're going. Let's Philadelphia, but I don't know why I was saying that. But no, man, we here, we live. I feel like, let me see, my Dolphins play as Eagles coming up here soon. Let's see. By the way, I am doing this show with a hangover. So, and I definitely wore these clothes yesterday, and I don't care. Okay, the only thing I changed was my drawers, my socks. I'm giving you the raw, authentic version of me right now. You only got 5 more games.
That's why I ain't started a podcast. I can't make it through a whole hour where I happen to pee.
Hey man, you being a father? No, you fine.
Woo. But I want to do act. Well, I do acting now.
Oh, you said you had to pee. Oh yeah, yeah. That's my biggest fear is like coming on here doing the show and I gotta take a shit. Like that's my.
I can hold the shit. I can hold the shit for 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Just let that shit pass. But
you said you do acting as well?
yeah. I was just in a movie called Money Lovers. It came out like a week and a half ago for like a 2-day screening, but they try and put it on Netflix and shit right now. So we're waiting to see what it actually do. Hopefully do well. I really do hope it do well. So I can be the next one, and I'm supposed to be in another one's coming up soon. So
How did you get into acting?
um, shit. Technically, I've been acting for 10 years. Technically,
Yeah.
the skits ain't shit, but nothing but acting. But my first movie was in Michael Blackson. I used to open up for him back in the day. Like that's like was one of my first gigs. I used to just travel the country and just open up with Michael Blackson, and he wound up letting me be in one of his movies, called Pony Montana. And you could go see the whole movie on YouTube if you want. Um, but I'm trying to do whatever. I'm trying to be in everything I can be in. So eventually one day you can be like, oh, Kim was in that. Oh, Kim was in that. Like there's a lot of actors you ain't know they were stars beforehand. So me putting that time in back then is going to show all that shit going to resurface in like 10, 20 years. And that shit it's going to be a BET movie one day. You feel me? Like it's shit like that happens. Next thing you know, like now we all watching this BET movie. Like Kim was on that? Yeah.
They gonna be having your reruns like Holiday Heart.
Word. I'm in a movie called My Sisters on Amazon Prime right now. My Sisters. Is Don't be alarmed, there's white people on it. So don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. Cause y'all gonna look at me like, oh, Ken don't look like he on this. No, it's all white people on. You gotta watch the whole movie. And I only got like a 2-second part in that motherfucker, but I'm in there. So
Hey man, as we start to wrap this up, what's like one piece of advice you would give to a comedian or like some type of motivation for anybody that's stuck in a rut or just discouraged about keep going or just starting out their comedy journey?
create. It don't even matter. You don't even know what you're doing with it yet. And that's what it is. You don't know what you're doing where it's gonna go. So create.
Yeah.
And after you figure out what you want to do, you take that step next. You know what I'm saying? Because some people might want to become a stand-up comedian. Some people might just want to be a sketch comedian. They just want to be in film. That's all they want to do is be the funny character in the film. So that's fine too.
Yeah.
But create until you get to that point. Your following will build, and that following could take you further. Then sometimes people can, and all these directors and all that other shit, you're following to get you there. You're following to get you in front of the director. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if you got 13,000 might not seem like a lot to you, but shit, if it's only motherfuckers that only got 300 and 3,000, and you having 13, that's something.
Yeah.
So you make that 13, you flip that 13, turn it into 26. One day at a time, you keep grinding. Fuck it. Next thing you know, you never know.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell people, Ken, why they should listen to Comedians in Bed.
Y'all should listen to Comedians in Bed because technically we're not really in bed. So it's, it sounded a little weird. I'm not sure why he got these cats. I'm allergic to cats. I'm not. It's disturbing me. A grown man got cats on the screen. That's weird to me. That's a little strange. Otherwise, besides that, this shit hilarious. Why wouldn't you want to listen to comedians while you in bed? I think that's what he got to change the name of the show. It's gonna be comedians while you in bed. Cause comedians in bed. That sound disgusting. It sound a little rapey. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a Christian and I'm blessed. I'm highly favored. You better change the tone of this show with all these cats, comedians in bed, pussy all around. Come on, this is strange. This is strange, but it's hilarious at the same time. And you ain't got shit else to do but to listen to comedian in bed with your boo. So go get with your boo, turn this shit on. My man Ty, I'm Ken Jones. And that's what it is.
That's funny, man. You're the first person to ask me why I name it. Like, why is it Comedians in Bed? Like, question and stuff. I really don't know. I mean, that's the only thing I can either contribute it to is the weed or Jesus. It just popped in my head, and I was like, this is funny. So I'm going to go with it. It's just really like, a space for us to be intimate. You could be funny. You could be deep conversation. So, yeah, I don't know. It's high. I was trying to connect the dots. But, kid, man, tell people where they can find you at, man.
You can find me on Ken Jones Comedy everything. Everything. You also can find me at kenjonescomedy.com because, you just go to my website and find everything about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm there. I think I got like a couple of my movie clips and shit like that up there. I need to go check it out.
Is your merch on there too?
Huh? My merch is definitely on there.
Okay.
Also in the link in my bio, all the Stress Away merch. Some of my merch say Black owned versus everybody because I believe in that. I used to do Black owned versus Gucci merch until they tried to take me off a line. They suspended my account. I was selling. I ain't gonna lie. Black owned versus Gucci shirts. I was selling the most out of those. So I might bring them shits back. I ain't gonna lie. I just gotta figure out a different way to take payments because that online shit, they not gonna fuck with me.
Yeah. I definitely understand, man. Hey, if you guys are listening to this, please check out Kid Jones, man. He's a great comedian. A smile will brighten up your day. You definitely want to hit him up and follow him now before he blows up because it's just a matter of time, man. Kid, I appreciate you for taking out the time. Thank your kids for us too, man, for lending their dad for an hour or two us here on the show, man. Great.
They're not even here, so they don't give a fuck.
Well, I appreciate you so much, man. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us on Comedians in Bed, man. Another great episode with my guy, Ken Jones. We see you guys next week.
Be safe.